don't do rinse up. You look like some trouble, I just might wanna get into. Pull up and up and so girl, you know I don't do rinse up. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya.
What's going on, chat? Welcome to the Betting News Network. Excited to have you guys with us for Saucy Sundays. It's May the 3rd. Welcome to the channel. That's Just Sook. That's Vsauce. My name's Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here to kick off your Sunday. It's a little early for me, lads, but we're all in the same time zone, and that makes Sook feel really good about life. Obviously, let's, like you guys said, or like I posted on the timeline, my wife and I are going to be in Costa Rica for the next month. Still be working as normal, but didn't get to see the beatdown that happened last night, unfortunately. Chat, how we live, and welcome to the show. Yeah, these guys showed up for work today, which I'm pretty impressed. But gentlemen, I know we're going to talk about the war that was last night, but how you guys doing today?
Yeah,
I'm doing good.
That about sums it up, I'd say. That about sums it up, right? So,
I mean, it's 20 degrees out. It's May. My birthday's in a week. Sauceman's still in Calgary. Things could be worse.
things really could be worse. But yeah, it sucked to watch him go out like that. We'll talk about that game. But like Suk said, it's fucking beautiful outside. It's the beginning of May, and summer 26 is almost here. So that's exactly what I'm looking forward to now.
Yeah, let's be completely delusional and let's just focus on how wild our July is going to be. Me personally, I have 3 weddings in July, including my brother. So it's gonna be wild. So I don't know. Basketball's over. The season ended, right?
It's an orange ball that goes into a hoop. In the grand scheme of things, does it even matter?
The universe continuously expands whether the Celtics win or lose.
Chat, you guys are watching 2 grown men cope live on a show.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying watching that happen. So did you also sneak it in here that it's your birthday next week?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm no, yuck.
Yuck.
Careful what you wish for, big dog. Careful what you wish for. Yes, indeed. What's over takeover? You had a hell of a game yesterday. Now listen, you guys know the 3 of us are very close. We've been doing this show for a long time. And I like to jokingly rag on the Celtics a lot of the time. But I will try not to dance on your grave too much today because I know what it's like to have the team that you love lose in unfortunately embarrassing fashion yesterday, which is what we saw, something that's never happened in Celtics history. Dropped a 3-1 lead, lost 3 games in a row. Didn't help yesterday that Jason Tatum couldn't suit up. Jaylen Brown was really, really bad the last 3 games. And the Celtics didn't get the job done. So there is more basketball. We're going to talk about a couple. Maybe you guys can just be honorary Raptors fans now, depending on how.
I've been an honorary Raptors fan since I was born. In Canada,
Exactly.
It's like kind of a default. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You guys can root for the Raptors. Yeah, there you go. Gerald is here for you. You guys can do what you want in chat. I mean, you know, you guys, if you guys have seen V dance on graves for lots of different situations. So
I mean, let's just talk about it. Like at the end of the day, they earned that victory. A lot of Celtics fans, myself included, will be very perturbed that a 7'2" Joel Embiid can be flopped over by a 6'3" Hugo Gonzalez. But at the end of the day, that wasn't the deciding factor in the game at all. Everything that they threw at the Celtics was fantastic. And what will be lost, and I have not seen be talked about enough, is 36-year-old Paul George playing 42 minutes, being very efficient, literally being a cog in the machine, as well as Kelly Oubre, a guy that scored 20 points a game and then struggled to find a contract in the NBA. And now he landed with these Sixers and he's there playing a defensive role. And it was well-deserved. And watching the Boston Celtics really settle for threes, and I'm sure Kaufman, V, Trizzy, everyone on the network that's a Celtics fan can acknowledge that the Celtics started to settle. And whether it's stupidity, tired legs, or whatever it was, they did not rise to the occasion, and the better team won. And I'm comfortable saying that. And that's why I put on my Celtics hat today, because I watched that game. And you guys know me, I love basketball. That's why I love so many teams. And at the end of the day, the better team won.
Yeah, man. Honestly, Silk's not wrong. The better team won. The team that executed better. The team that was coached a little better. Nick Nurse out-coached Joe Mazzulla. And you guys know I stand this man. At no point am I going to be one of these unhinged people on the timeline calling for his head. He's been fantastic. I honestly am not even too perturbed by the fact that this is their game plan to take that many threes. But what I am frustrated with is the lack of change or adjustment. And I know that sometimes you got to stick to your game plan. And I think this season we got to peek into what it looks like to sometimes stick to your guns a little bit too fucking hard. Yeah, it was 2. I think he may have finished the game with 3, Jojo. So it was like it's things like that. That's lost on me, and I don't fucking love to watch when somebody picks up 2 quick fouls and now all of a sudden the team's on their back foot. Nick Nurse has to make a decision. Do I leave him in this game or do I take him out for the first quarter? Nurse left him in the game, trusting his guy and trusting their ability to hide him on the defensive side. And at no point did the Celtics have any conversation, or it looked like, where they were going at Tyrese Maxey. I don't give a fuck if it's Sam Hauser out there. You need to go at him and make him pick up his 3rd foul. He finished with a near triple-double, and you couldn't even affect his minutes in that way. On top of that, I think the fact that you waited this long to make so many adjustments, and then I love the move to Luka Garza in the starting lineup, protect Keita and a few early fouls in that game, get a few good minutes, but maybe it was too many adjustments. Maybe Ron Harper Jr. didn't need to be in the starting lineup. Maybe the fact that you're now going small ball 5 with Hugo is something you should have done when you had Tatum, one of the best small ball 5s that you have. I don't understand moves like that. Hugo was a +7 in the first half and then almost didn't see the court in the second half. Jordan Walsh, the guy who was our best defender on Tyrese Maxey, played 4 total minutes in that game. And I understand, like I said, he has not been good offensively, but defensively, we have not had an answer. And at some point, when you hold the Sixers to that many points in this game, you need to just do a little bit better. Paul George only 13 points in that game. And it just felt like the adjustments weren't made. And then when they were made, it was too late. You didn't have the personnel for it. And sorry, it's the last point, but back-to-back years, we have been at points and blown leads that have put us in games we didn't need to be in and cost our best player injuries. And Tatum said, he's like, I'd be back at some point in the next round. But he said, like, my one leg is bigger than the other one. And that's still very much an issue. And that's not something you can just fix in the time that he's come back. And I think that, again, we just put our best guy in a bad position, in a position the Celtics didn't need to be in. Up 15-point lead, and it should have been over then.
He should have never been in the series. Like I said it, he shouldn't have returned. It doesn't matter. Like you want, like he fed into the hatred like a little bit. Like he wanted to come back. He wanted to be the cherry on top of this team. But I will stand by this, and I will continue to say this. He should not have came back. A basketball team functions on reliability. It functions on execution. You cannot add a 30% usage player in March and think that it's going to be conducive to a winning effort. It's just not. And at the end of the day, you need to get out of your own way. You need to kill your own ego, and you need to say, hey, I'm going to sit at home with Deuce. I'm going to watch this team take their fucking swing at it, and I'll be back for full training camp next year.
I disagree with that. I think that the Sixers just did that with Joel. They did it all season. They've done it in the past, and that's the team that beat us. And not just that, but if you watch the exit interviews today, the first thing Tatum said is that I needed to prove to myself that I could still play at a high level, that I could still. So I understand. No.
Like, I'll argue with that, V, because like
you can argue with that, but we're not in the room. It's not
like, what do you? Why are you worried about yourself?
13-3 with him on the floor. They were better on the floor this series with him out there. So I just think that that's such a cop-out for everybody else that played like shit in this series to say he shouldn't have come back. He played his ass off, and he did everything he could. He was our best player at 70%. To say he shouldn't have come back, I just think that like the Sixers just did that same thing. Joel's been out for how many months? And he came back flawlessly. After that first game back, we all said maybe he shouldn't have come back. And then they rattled off 3 straight. And
Joel
here I am in piss.
They're used to that. That team is literally used to that.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to do that. That's exactly what you should be able to do. You can't tell me you take a guy that can average 25 in the playoffs, and all of a sudden you're a worse team. A guy that is your best player who's been there for years. It's not just adding somebody at the deadline. Like, I disagree with that, and I don't think we're going to see eye to eye on that part of it. But
can I give you my thoughts on it?
Please.
Sure. So I think you guys are both wrong. I think that Tatum should have come back, but they should have not played him 40-plus minutes every single night down the stretch of this regular season. I don't think that was necessary for this team to get to the particular point that they were at. I think that him returning was not an issue. I see what you're saying, Sook, but like, yes, that's going to be a problem, but V kind of said it perfectly. Like the Sixers figured it out with Embiid kind of being in and out of the lineup. It's just how it is with superstar players. Like you can't just say, oh, well, we've got this guy, like we don't need to bring him back. Like you bring those guys back if they're ready to play basketball, but you then make it work. But I think the mistake that they made was, and again, hindsight's 2020, so you can't like totally say, I would have rather done it this way. Like, I think they played him too much down the stretch. And I mean, that ended up being a problem, obviously, in the series, at the end of the series, but it was a problem before the end of the regular season. The last like month of the season, they were playing him 35, 36, 40 minutes. Like, I just don't think that was the right move. The second thing about this, which you guys kind of touched on, what in the hell was Joe Mazzulla doing? I know we all kind of called for him to make some adjustments in the starting lineup, but like you started 3 guys who have barely started all season long in the biggest game of your season. And not only did it not work, they didn't do anything. They didn't score. They didn't affect the game. And I know that they ended up playing less minutes than some of the other guys who didn't start. So starting and not starting doesn't really matter. But like you set the tone with your starting lineup. You set the tempo. You set this is what we're going to do. And I just felt like that the noise finally got to the guy that we all thought was just this enigmatic guy that doesn't see anything. And I think that he made too many changes. He kind of like tried to outsmart himself in the biggest moment of the season, and that ended up screwing the situation. Derek White actually played really well. This was his best game of the season. He had a great scoring game. JB was good, even though his on-off splits are terrible, unfortunately. Pritchard was good. Cato was good. But these guys you started that you were trying to get production from to kick off the game, to set the tempo at home in a Game 7 must-win situation with a little bit of the momentum not on your side, didn't do that. If anything, it fell flat, and then you paid the price. So I thought that was a really strange decision. I mean, if it works out, then you look like a genius. But if it doesn't, you look like an idiot and you lose. And I think that's what happened.
And that wasn't great. But at the end, it was shot making. They were in that game right up until the end. And whether it was threes, whether it was twos, they weren't making anything. Peyton Pritchard had an open look that would have given them the lead there. Shot making at the end was frustrating to watch. And yeah, either way, if you should have come back or not, I'm sad. Sook's maybe less sad, but see you next year.
Sook's coping by being serious, which is scary as well.
I just think that, I don't think you guys saw the game clearly at all, and I don't think you guys understand what happened. I think the Sixers
Tatum
were better. Coming back was the worst thing that could have happened for them.
I think you're completely wrong. I think we can move on instead of getting into it, because I think 100% you're incorrect there too. I just don't agree.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Jason Tatum should have come back, or do you think that he should have stayed on the shelf? Do you guys think it would have mattered? I don't think it, man, I don't even know if it would have mattered. I think the Sixers were just the better team in this situation. I think that they played
fantastic.
I thought like you said, the adjustments Nick Nurse made, it's down the stretch of this series. And I mean, getting Joel Embiid back playing MVP level Joel Embiid basketball changes the math regardless of situation. But I mean, I thought he, as you said, V in Game 7, but also Game 5 and Game 6, I thought he outcoached him. He made the correct adjustments. They were doing better things defensively, and the way that they were attacking them offensively, you were allowing Joel Embiid to be a ball-dominant player, but he was buying into the fact of, like, I can give it to Maxey, and if Maxey scores 30, we're probably going to win. What happened yesterday? He almost flirted with a triple-double again. Maxey had 30 points. Sixers won.
PP said they didn't make adjustments for Joel, and it was very clear that they didn't. So, and now here we are.
Before we bring Chef up, because I know he's probably got a few minutes with us before to talk about these 2 games today, just some quick thoughts about the next round. So now we get the cinema. I know we can turn the page. I'm talking about the Celtics. You get the Sixers and the Knicks, and apparently all this stuff's getting dragged up from the timeline that Joel Embiid and Kat hate each other, which is going to be a very interesting conversation. We're going to find out who's going to be the other representatives in the Eastern Conference semifinals by the winners of both of the games today. But the West is set. Lakers, Thunder, Spurs, Wolves. What do you guys, just quick takeaways? And we will talk about it throughout the week. Obviously, a couple of the first round starts tomorrow, or the first games start tomorrow. But what do you guys think about these matchups? Anything that kind of stands out to you with what we're looking at with these four matchups so far?
I think the Sixers matchup is going to be interesting. I think the Sixers match up real well, as long as Joel's health is exactly where it should be. I think that's going to be a fun series. We saw all the stuff between Kat and Embiid too. Now they're about to go at it for maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 games. On the West side, I think the Timberwolves are going to have a tough time. I think the Spurs are really fucking good. You're missing 2 starters. And it just, it was great. The first round was fantastic. You had a nice upset. I think that OKC Lakers series is going to be interesting because I think that the Luka talk about him not coming back in the second round, I don't know if I agree. I think he's going to be back here at some point. And I mean, no J-Dub right now for the Thunder. I think it's going to be a big difference for what the Thunder and Lakers Warriors series could look like. But I'm very much intrigued as to what's going to happen tonight because this next matchup is going to be a battle of 4 ugly teams tonight, and then we're going to have a battle of 2 more ugly teams in the next round. And I have no idea what to expect in that series because I think it's going to be a ton of fun. We have 2 7-game series right now, and both of that. Like how often is it that we see 2 series go to Game 7 and then those 2 teams meet? It's usually one team waiting for the other. So it's going to be a ton of games and a ton of minutes have been played between both squads. But that's Sook.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what happens with Ant. We got to see what happens with him, and that's going to be the X factor if his knee is healthy. And they're saying it's a runner's knee, so it's definitely something that he can't just come back from because that's a chronic injury. So I'm excited to see what happens in the second round. I do think that we are in store for another run by the Thunder here. They kind of went very, very under the radar with how they clapped cheeks in the first round. And do you guys see that video of the now the name escapes me, but there was a female journalist saying that she blames Doris Burke specifically for the Thunder hatred.
I watch her podcast. I can't remember their name right now, but
yeah. So I am excited for the Thunder run here. I'm not too worried about J-Dub. He's been out and he's stayed out, and the team has really done well because he's been hurt. So instead of forcing it, he's let the other guys on his team do their thing. And
you don't even know that. He has a hamstring injury. He might not even be able to come back right now. Now we're just inventing narratives. We have no idea.
I have a take about Doris Burke real quick before we get to Chef. I'm excited for the next rounds too. We're going to talk about it more tomorrow. A couple games to kick off. I hope that Ant comes back. Otherwise, I'm a little worried for the Wolves in that series after they kind of got past the Nuggies. We'll see what happens with that Spurs game. Maybe the Lakers are frisky. We shall see. And then the Knicks and Sixers is going to be cinema. But starting to feel like, boys, if the Knicks keep playing good basketball, then we might see the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals again and maybe even in the finals. But we shall see. This has literally nothing to do with Doris Burke's sex. I think there are some fantastic women. Candace Parker's a really good listen. I like Candace Parker a lot as a announcer or as a play-by-play person. There are some other women that call basketball really well. Doris Burke, though, the last couple of times I've listened to her, and I'm glad she's not the main ESPN person anymore, but boys, it's such a hard listen, especially in a lot of the Thunder games. It is just, Jesus Christ, it's awful.
She talks about Shea, and the way she glazes Embiid doesn't make any logical sense whatsoever. But it is what it is.
I'm sure she's a wonderful person, Stifler. She seems like a very nice person, and I have enjoyed listening to her in the past. The last couple of months of listening to her call games has been a tough listen for my ear holes.
It was funny for her to be labeled as propaganda, though. That's hilarious.
Pretty hilarious. She's probably very nice though, so I'm glad you know her, Stifler, and we can know that she's not a piece of shit. All right. Let's turn the page to today, boys. Let's go to let's see what Chef's got to say for us. Chef T from the kitchen. We love to see it, and then we'll jump into both of these Game 7s tonight's Crochet. Paycheck Steph. What's up, dude? How we doing? Chad, how we living? Welcome to the show. We will be doing a giveaway today as well, so stick around with us if you want to listen. If you're watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us on YouTube, thanks for being here. But come to Twitch, twitch.tv/bettingnews. There's a lot of chatters in here, and also you will be entered to win something from our store a little bit later in the show in honor of these lads. What is this one for? Is this for Friday? Oh yeah, this is when we got saucy on Friday. Let's go. Yep. Bang bang. Walked out of America with some cash in my pocket.
Good cash yesterday too, but like I'm gonna blame Danny. I'm blaming Danny. Danny got greedy. It wasn't me. It sucked. Okay.
Danny throwing Celtics money line. I listened to that right before I got on the plane, and I literally was like, "Oh God, what could go wrong?" Oh my God. Yeah. Also, I forgot this. Then we get Chef. I placed a little lotto before I left Nashville yesterday. That was a plus 2,500. Unfortunately, Tatum didn't play, so that leg got voided. But everything else hit, and I didn't even realize until I was labbing the games today, and I looked and watched stuff, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can't access the money until I get back to America." But it's nice to know that I'm walking back to coin. So that's great.
Back some bankroll.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to Chef. Let's see what's going on with Chef T in the kitchen. What's up, big dog? How we doing?
What's up, goats? How are you?
Good,
Good,
good.
Chef.
Good
How
to
you
see you,
doing?
big dog.
Good to see you guys.
Welcome to the show. Any thoughts from what we saw in the game last night before we turn the page to today? I know you've got some thoughts on these 2 game 7s tonight.
Yeah, I truly was expecting Celtics to win, and destroy them because of just how I didn't realize how dominant the Sixers with Embiid. But I mean, Mazzulla said it perfectly. Like, what's up, Austin? What's up, goat? He said it perfectly. Like, Embiid's back. That's what changed. It is what it is. So good for the Sixers. Good for them. We'll see what happens when they play. Who are they playing? The
Knicks.
Yeah. So the 2 teams that I consider frauds, but we'll see what happens.
The battle of the frauds.
Yeah. And but for today, I only have a few minutes because I got to put Nia down. She's got to take a rest.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna dip into the slate now?
Yeah, we were just about to jump into these 2 games. So just tell us what you like in both of them, and then we'll go deeper dive into the slate. But I want to get your thoughts before you love us and leave us.
Yeah. I mean, go back to Asar. Without Franz is out. We talked about it last time. 6 assists in each games versus them without Franz. Hit 6 last game, so that's 3 out of 3. Clearly something's there. Still getting 4 for plus 146. That has cashed. That cashed in the beginning of the 3rd quarter last game.
The RA is plus money a lot of places.
That's
too,
the
Chef.
RA
Love RA.
nice.
Love RA. But yeah, you can get so yeah, last game it was plus 700 for 6. It's plus 750, so nothing's changed. I don't know why. Obviously he's hitting just 6. It's not like he's like going over. So give me a SAR. Give me Tobias. PR. Abso-fucking-lutely cooking.
Smack.
And then what's interesting here is so Wendell Carter was in foul trouble last game. He had 2 assists, but then he got in foul trouble. I do like for a flyer, so 2 assists is minus 172, way too juicy, obviously. But 3 and 4, I really like for him. But main plays Asar and Tobias. So give me those.
Love it. I'm going to talk about Tobias a little deeper when we get after we love you and leave you. But yeah, I dig it. And the SAR's been fantastic. I'm sure these guys got thoughts on that game. Before you get out of here, Cavs Raptors. Do you like anything back in Cleveland? Another game 7.
So fucking close to that 6,500 Harden triple double. I said
You were very close,
and it was so fucking close.
Uh-huh.
I was so mad, dude. I was so fucking mad. But I don't like
the 8 and 8 smacked.
The
8 ball smacked. The 8 and 8 hit.
Yeah. Barnes.
Chef's like, I don't care. Fuck you.
Did you put out an 8 and 8? I don't remember.
Somebody in chat did. I remember.
I said
people in the chat took it.
I literally went to sleep last night at 4 a.m. and woke up at 6:30. So my brain is a little bit fried. But give me Scotty RA. Give me Scotty triple double.
Okay.
It is his time to shine. Put the nail in the coffin. And yeah.
Okay. All right. So Scotty triple double, Asar and Tobias in the first games. Just real quick before you get out of here, because I know you, and thanks for joining us, man. I know you're tired, and we love you. Chat loves you. Drop a dub for Chef Chat. What? Who wins both these games? Who do you think gets the job done tonight, as this afternoon as well?
I'm not the one to ask because
just from the polls, who do you think wins?
Truthfully,
I'd
like the truthful plums, not the false lying plums.
Not the things you keep on top of your desk.
I mean, like I said, I'm not the one to ask because my I don't know what. Okay, I'm gonna say Pistons and I'm gonna say Raptors.
Okay. All right.
A little chalk and a little doggy. The chalky dog.
Raptors have got that fucking fight in them. I don't know what it is. They are fighting like hell, and it's amazing to see. And Pistons, I'm just leaning back on that. The Magic. It's like a toothpick tower. Something's happening up here, and one small thing is going to destroy them. where I think the Pistons are actually a really nice cohesive team.
Squad.
House of Cards.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, I think the toothpick reference. I think
That's
Chat.
the one.
Chat. Did that take you back to school when you built the things out of toothpicks?
The toothpick bridges, right?
Yeah, the toothpick bridges. Come
Yeah.
on.
Wasn't
let's
it
go.
popsicle sticks, not
Or
toothpicks?
that too.
Popsicle
Both.
sticks.
Yeah, if you were in a
Both.
rich school, Jesus Christ, make us feel like shit.
Oh my
So
god.
Do you
remember
imagine
dealing with
building anything with popsicle sticks,
the
boys? Come on
Canadian-
now.
the Canadian public school system is significantly better. So we had popsicle sticks.
Shout out
I
Canada.
wanted to point it out.
We had to make our own sticks, and then
Yeah.
we build our shit.
Back
That's
in my
how-
day in America.
You got to chop down the trees.
Exactly.
Oh man. All right, dude. Well, we love you. Thanks for the popsicle stick reference, or toothpicks, and enjoy
Love
the
you,
rest
boys.
of your afternoon. Chat. Go check out Chef's Home Run Hub. Obviously, he's been cooking in the baseball. We haven't been super deep diving into baseball yet, but we'll get there. And go get involved with Chef's Home Run Hub. Go check out his video. Listen to that ASMR voice from this morning, kind of breaking down what's going on the hub. So we appreciate you, dude. Thanks for stopping by, Big Dog. Have a great Sunday.
Thanks, boys.
See you, Chef.
Later, brother.
Right at
Alrighty.
the beginning of his video, it's like it's 1:30. Just poured up some coffee, lock in. I was like, oh my god, this guy's insane.
Welcome to the world of Chef.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it, man. Jeffrey. Chat, don't forget, before we jump into these games, we're doing a giveaway today. Giveaway in honor of us being relatively sharp on Friday. We actually were pretty sharp. I'm not going to lie. That was a pretty sexy lay. But we'll do a saucy, whatever. We'll pick. You guys can pick what you want from the store. But we'll do a giveaway today. All you got to do is be here with us on Twitch, twitch.tv/betting news. Tap in, and we'll get you entered into the giveaway to run the duckies a little bit later. All right, guys, shall we?
We shall. Let's do it.
Shall we dive? I'm going to do a video of me diving in the ocean for you, so like that.
The ocean or the
Wow.
pool?
Both.
Both.
Por Kalo
Pool-
nos dos.
Pool looks a little shallow. Don't dive into that.
No, it's fine.
No,
It's all
good.
you're a fucking string bean. I don't know if you'll hit the bottom.
I can
really
dive.
man.
I'm a good diver, dude. I'm a good swimmer. I can like dive regularly.
Oh my
Both. All right, guys, let's get to it. First game on the docket. As Chef was saying, Pistons taking on the Magic in Detroit. 8.5 point favorites. Game 7, 201.5 point total. What a disgusting total for a game 7. I'll just pull up the screen here that V's showing you guys. That is what we're looking at here with this game. There's the lineups. Sauceman, you want to talk about it a little bit, and then we'll kind of dive in.
Absolutely, man. Now, this has been a series that looked like it was dead for the Pistons. 3-1. Now you've got the Magic dropping back-to-back games and no Franz Wagner in that last game. And just to talk about this fourth quarter that the Magic had in the last one, it was ugly, historically bad. I think they had 4 total field goals. They shot just 10.8% from the field, 11% from 3, and they were outscored in the second half by Cade Cunningham alone. This is a game in which they very much have to turn a corner and play a lot better. I just don't know if they have it in them. So you kind of called this that you thought the Pistons were going to get the job done, the better seed. They went into the halftime down 22 points. But somehow, Cade got his turnovers under control. The Pistons didn't give up a ton of second chance points, and they held the Magic to just 19 total second half points. That's why I think the total is as low as it is. Multiple times, either one or both teams have been held to less than 100 points in this series.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of props in this one, weirdly enough, but I think it's going to be a fun, hard-fought Game 7, boys. What are you guys seeing?
I have a side/total in both games, which is
Okay.
pretty rare for me. You guys know all of us are more props guys anyway. But I was looking into these a little bit deeper, and I wanted to have some stuff on the sides and total side. So I'll lead us off there, and then we'll jump into. Actually, so what do you think about just this game as a whole, and then I'll talk about the side that I like.
I think that the Pistons have figured it out. It's kind of like what we saw with what the Rockets were trying to do with the Lakers of force the ball handler onto an island and see if they can make threes. And Paulo Banchero, we saw in 2 games ago, he was able to tie a career high of 6 threes. And then the game after, he was a complete goose egg with 9 attempts. And I do think that we're going to see a similar style here today. And I don't think that Paulo Banchero's jump shot is there at a level that it needs to be where he can make the defense answer. Yeah, he can do it maybe a game or 2, but clearly it's not there for a whole series. So I think Detroit gets it done.
Yeah, it's an interesting point too. These are just the head-to-head matchups with Detroit. You can both see this series and going back to last year, how he's played against them. It really hasn't been too pretty. He plays a ton of minutes, takes a ton of shots, and he's shooting 43%, 30% from three, and 4 of 20 in that last game. It just got really, really ugly in that second half.
I mean, they scored like 12 points in the entire half. So, or, whatever
19.
it was.
Mhm.
Man. Just because, all right. So, because you say that, and Suk brings up that point, I looked really strongly at wanting to fade the Magic, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it because it just feels like a spot where 8.5 just feels like a lot of points in a closeout game. So I was like, do I take the Magic team total under and just say, fuck you guys because you can't score? Or are they going to have a random game where they do pop off and they score over 100? So when I was looking into it a little bit deeper, instead of wanting to take the under on the Magic points, because every time I take that under button, the Magic turn into, the fucking 2016 Warriors. I went with the Magic first half. I took the +5 in the first half. They've only not covered the 5 points in the first half once in this entire series. Also dating back to a little bit further than that, they did this at a historic rate leading into the postseason as well. They hit this in 80% of their last 20 games. They do it really well on the road. There's also 6.5s out there for a little bit of juice, which is hitting every game in this series. I can't do that because of where I'm at right now. I can only play on BetOnline, which shout out BetOnline. I can play here anyway, but I got the 5. I like the 5 flat. I love the 5.5, obviously, for a bit of if you want to take a little bit of juice on the 5.5 there too. But I just think that they do keep this close. I mean, they dog walked the Pistons last game in the first half and obviously just completely historically fell apart. I think that they keep this game close to start off. Maybe the Pistons end up covering in the very end. But I do like the Magic and the points, boys, but I want to stick with the first half. I think they either win the first half outright or they keep this within the 5.
I like that. And you can see the number that I was pulling them up on Outlier. They're fantastic. Well over 70 to 85%. And then you've got like the head-to-head 85% going all the way back to last season and the matchups at the first half +5. I mean, this feels sharp, SPJ. I like this.
It's one of those that I'm either going to really regret just not taking the full game plus the 8.5, and like if they end up covering like bullshitting in the first half. But it just feels like a game where maybe the Magic come out with a little bit of oomph to start, kind of silence the haters that we saw in Game 6 saying that they can't score, which is what this team is just so frustrating. And we've talked about it all season long that they just zig when you're expecting them to zag. And like I feel like everybody's expecting them to be shitty again because of how bad they were to finish off the last game. And they're going to come out and look really efficient. Paolo's going to look good. Like this offense is going to be humming. And that's just, I want to be involved with that somehow. But would I be surprised if the Pistons came out and just blew them out of the water? Sure. Cade's been really good the last few games. They're at home. It's going to be an electric environment and the Magic suck. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I see the vision. You want to talk about Tobias Harris a little bit, SPJ?
Yeah, sure. Chef brought it up. I mean, this is just a kind of set it and forget it, don't overthink it play. I'm expecting the same thing we've seen all series from him, guys. I took the PR, like Chef was mentioning. I don't hate the points if you'd rather go that way. The PRA looks nice too. But he's been their most consistent secondary scoring option with Jalen Duren being so inconsistent. He's been really good on the glass. Obviously, JB Bickerstaff is relying on him with his like, what is the word I'm looking for? He's older. His experience, veteran experience. He's the vet. The minutes have been there. He's been playing a lot. He's been taking a lot of shots. I'd put the PR though because I do like the boards. 10 last game, obviously 8 in the game prior. So I'm with Chef on that one. I like that play a lot. That's one of the other straights that I have in this game. Is he due for a bad game? Yeah, but like, I don't know. Yes, Brandon, just to answer your question, BetOnline, our sponsors at Lucky Rebel obviously are fantastic for the offshore market, but BetOnline is just as good as well. You can play in lots of places all across the country and outside of the United States. We have promo codes available at bettingnews.com to get funds dropped into your account. Whenever I go on the move, I use BetOnline. So, go check it out. I can't use Lucky Rebel here. I can't use it in Costa Rica. Otherwise, I would. But yeah, BetOnline's good. Check it out. Let's go, Rusty. Yeah, Lucky Rebel's pretty sick.
So, what are you eyeing in this game?
I actually did not have a play in this game. I think that it's going to be a messy one, and I didn't know what angle to take. And I just think that there is a very, very big possibility in my mind that, like SPJ kind of alluded to very briefly, that the Pistons just come in and beat the brakes off this team, because I do think that Orlando is pretty one-dimensional. And at the end of the day, they were up big in this series, and now they're down. And I think all the momentum's on the other side. And on top of that, a guy like Thompson, we're talking about his assists and his like rebounding, but his stocks have been out of control. He is maybe a top 5 defender in this league with his brother. He's in that rarefied air with Victor Wembanyama, in my opinion, with his switchability and his blocks and his chase down blocks and just he's all over the court. So I do think that the Pistons have figured out the puzzle that the Magic put before them.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that especially it showed in that second half, right? Like with the lack of shot making, with whatever was going on, I can see why you don't have a ton of bets, but I'm going to go the opposite. I've got 3 bets in this game, and there probably is something to be said about how I've been betting the playoffs, but I think all of these spots are good spots, and these are guys that have been hitting for me so far in the postseason. Just to start off, Desmond Bane, over 2.5 threes at plus 105. This is a guy whose volume has just increased so much over the last 4 games. He's taken 9+ 3-point attempts in every single one of those games. He's also had 3 or more in every single one of those games. Bane went 3 for 4 in that first half and then 0 for 5 in the second half. 6 of his 9 attempts were at least open to wide open. This is a guy who is missing wide open shots when the Magic were having one of their worst shooting performance or shooting halves of the year, or possibly of the last 2 years. This is a situation where if you cannot play both halves, you're not going to have a good time. And I think that's more apparent with a guy like Desmond Bane, who has stepped up in some of their wins, but really, really needs to step up tonight in this game 7. On the other side, another 3-point shooter, Duncan Robinson.
Back to Duncan.
At plus 108. He's hit this in 5 of the 6 games so far. He is shooting the ball great. He's also hit this in I think it is 8 of his last 10 games overall. He's been really good from the perimeter, and when the Pistons are winning games, it's because Duncan Robinson, not because, it usually means Duncan Robinson is shooting the ball well from the perimeter. He went 4 of 9 in that for game 6, but 3 of the makes came in the second half. He played a key component in that comeback, played 36.5 minutes, and I just think that game 7, everything on the line in front of the home crowd, that's the energy that's going to feed a shooter like Duncan Robinson, a guy with playoff experience, having played with the Miami Heat in game 7s in multiple types of very high pressure situations. So give me Duncan Robinson, and then I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of chalk. Cade Cunningham, 29.5 points. He had 24 in the second half, 19 in the third quarter. And this is just a classic case of he gave us a historic game 6 performance and comeback. Usually that leads into and that energy feeds into that game 7. I've seen it with multiple other superstars. This is a game 7 environment, and sometimes you just want coin on the best player on the court. He's taking 20+ field goal attempts per game in these games, and while he hasn't shot the best all the time, this is a guy who has just taken a ton of volume and I think playing at a very high level. He played 48 minutes in that game 6, which was, not 48 minutes. That's my next play. But he is playing a ton of minutes, played 40+ minutes multiple times in this series, and coming off a collapsed lung, all of that stuff, I just think he's been fantastic. And the shot volume is something I just can't ignore. So, yeah, Cade Cunningham, last play in this game. 3 plays. Probably 1 or 2 too many, but this game seems like it's going to be messy and fun.
Too good to pass up. This game does actually tip off here in the next 20 minutes as well. So before we turn the page and talk about the later game tonight between the Raptors and the Cavs in Cleveland, we're going to do an SGP. We're going to do an SGP for this game that will not get posted on the timeline. So chat, you guys get the benefit of being here, hopefully when it cashes. The second one for the second game will be posted on the timeline. That will be the Saucy 4 today. So 2 parlays for you guys to tail with us today. The first one. I don't need to sell this too much. I bet it last game, and I'm going straight back to it again. I took Paolo's RA, 13.5. Got a playable number there. Smacked in back-to-back games. I don't want to get involved with the shooting. You guys talked about it. He's incredibly inefficient. He's probably the most inefficient superstar in the entire NBA, but his rebounding is always there. His facilitating is there. If the likes of Desmond Bane is knocking down shots that V was just talking about with his 3-point prop. So I think the 13.5 RA feels very comfortable. It's hit, as you can see, 4 of the last 5 games, back-to-back hits. The double-double has hit as well, and a couple of those there too, if you want to go that direction. But I just think that this is a game where he's going to have the ball in his hands a shit ton. And regardless of how you feel about him scoring the basketball, he usually does make the right pass, and he's a good rebounder as well. So I think the 13.5 is too low. And I like your Cade play, V. I really do. I think Cade's in a good spot. I think if he doesn't drop 30, they're not going to get close to covering. So and they need him to score a bunch.
And should we start this parlay off with a little bit of chalk with 2 superstars?
Do you like both of those? Do you like both of those plays, Sook?
For sure.
RA, Cade points.
Yeah, I can get down with it. All right, so then let's go Cade points.
So, any thoughts on Jalen Duren today?
He's just been so out of sorts, and they're kind of going to beef stew, so it's tough to get him in rhythm. And his PA, PRA, whatever you want to pick, has not been hitting. The books have been sharp on his lines, and I'm just not ready to go back to him until I see something different. Seems like everyone forgets he's still 22. He's still literally a child. Like, he got a beer for the first time last year if he's a fully legal dude.
Yeah,
he just looks humongous.
Yeah, dude, I've seen pictures of him like when he was in high school, and like literally it looks like he was in 21 Jump Street trying to play the narc. Like, he's a man out there among boys, and it's been tough for him for his first series, but it will be a learning process for him.
Channing Tatum back in high school. Yo.
That's a great movie too, by the way. It's awesome comedy. All right, so I've got Cade 30 points, Paolo 13.5 RA. Do we do something with Tobias? Chef liked it. I'm on it. I don't think you guys
Tobias
disagree.
Asar. He also liked Asar.
I like Asar a lot too.
I like the RA.
Yeah. You down with that, Suck?
Yeah, or even just the 5 assists, because I know that the Chef specifically liked the assists.
Oh, yeah.
I think let's add the rebounds in. He's been really good on the glass.
11.5 RA?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow, his 11.5 RA now is minus 200 for me.
Oh, sheesh. It was plus money before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, we don't always get the best prices on some of these.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Well, then let me just hang on. Let me look at the assist line if that's the case, because I do like the assist angle that Chef was talking about. Yeah, let's just take the 3. 3 plus is minus 170. 4 is plus money.
Oh yeah, let's do 3.
Or do you want to do? What do we want to do? 4?
4 too, actually.
Get greedy with it. What do you think, Suck? 4 plus over 3.5?
Sure, 4.
He's been playing with a little bit of swagger. I like it.
Okay. And then what do you guys want to round us out with? Pistons money line? I don't think the Magic are winning this game.
I'm with it.
I don't either, but like we had a game 7 yesterday where it cost us. Like, is the minus 277 worth the squeeze, or do we take like a Desmond Bain prop?
Or, I mean, chat really liked your Robinson play, and it has hit in 8 straight home games. The 3.5 threes or the 2.5 threes.
Yeah.
Throw Magic money line. Jerry, you dirty dog. Hey,
Jerry,
how
now I definitely don't want to do Pistons.
Jerry needed his lick back after the Rockets sold his soul, and he got it yesterday on the Sixers.
In the form of my soul. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Hey, man, he's got a samurai, straight in
but yeah, should we take I'm down to Duncan Robinson.
You down for Dunky?
Yeah.
Sook?
Yep, let's go.
The last time we had Duncan Robinson in a fucking parlay, he sold us. So this is your chance, Duncan. Don't be a Duncan.
Would it be soft to take Duncan 2, Bain 2?
Yes, I don't want to incorporate 2 people.
This is what happens when I do shows with Adam. I think about things like this, like juice ass.
Adam is notorious for throwing in like minus 1,000 fucking lays to 7-leggers, and that's the one that sells.
His legs on Monday were Cavs first half money line, and it was a Cavs first half money line, and I think Pistons money line. Which I was like, okay, we'll count those as one leg from Adam at minus 220.
I mean, you guys hit, so it's not.
It did, exactly.
Second parlay of the week. Let's make it 3. Those 4 legs are plus 1,000. So Cade 30 points, Paolo 13.5 RA, Asar 4 assists, and Duncan Robinson 3 threes.
Rusty, you're right. Adam is doing his part.
That feels good. You guys good with that?
Good.
Yep.
All right, chat. There's your first SGP
Paolo
for the first game.
8-ball. Don't sleep on the Scotty Barnes 8-ball. That guy was flirting with a triple-double too, and only finished with 7 boards, so nobody wants to But I mean, that game could go to overtime again.
Well, let's turn the page and go to it. Chat, keep us posted. Tail this SGP if you want to. Sook's doing the God's work in the chat. There it is. If you want to get involved, plus 1,000. Obviously, shop around, find the best available prices that you guys want. You guys, anything else on this? You guys, do we all agree we think the Pistons are going to win this game?
Yeah.
Panel moment, for sure.
Probably.
However, can we all agree? I think we can agree on both of these games that I would be shocked if neither one, like any 4 of these results would not surprise me whatsoever. The spreads are a little bit crazy to me, both being 8.5. I think one of the teams cover / maybe one of the dogs wins outright, but I don't know which one, and I don't know how to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting to me too that both spreads are the exact same. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like there's definitely some historical influence here that's playing, I think, a bigger factor than anything else. Like historically, home teams in Game 7, you know.
Both dogs winning. Jerry. To parlay that, big dog. That's a nice little 2-legger.
Listen, the team with Harden is just sign. The James Harden slander has been insanely loud for the last 2 days. Let's talk about this game.
Let's do it. Cavs at home, looking to close out the Raptors. Obviously, RJ did the magnetic basket thing. Apparently, that's a Toronto staple now. I heard you guys talking about this yesterday, and everybody shut you down real quick, Sook, that it was a thing. And I was thinking about it. I was like, is it starting to really be weird that this is happening consistently? But whatever. 8.5-point faves are the Cavs. Raptors looking to shock the world and get past the first round. Cavs looking to possibly be the frauds that we all thought they were. 210.5-point total. Go ahead, B. Take it away.
Yeah, like you said, SPG, this series has been insanely entertaining. The Raptors were leading a majority of that last game. The Cavaliers came back late in that fourth quarter, forced overtime, and it really looked like the Raptors were going to collapse and let this one slip away. Little did we know that those rims in Toronto still had some magic in them, and we got one of the funnest game winners that I've bared witness to. It's Game 7 here on Sunday in Cleveland. Both teams have been playing, I'd say, some guys have been playing their best basketball, but some guys just haven't. I do think that a guy like James Harden might struggle tonight in a very tough defensive matchup, but Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett have been fantastic. Those two guys is somebody I want to start off by asking Sook about, because Sook, both have been fantastic. You kind of called out how good RJ could be in this series because of his fast break ability. Do you want to talk about that and how Toronto's taking advantage of that in the series?
Yeah, it's not just the fast break ability, but the coaching staff has really put it on him to play well defensively so that he can unlock that fast break ability. And I've just been talking about this since last year. You have your Giannis's, you have your LeBrons. RJ Barrett is right there with fast break points per game. He is a downhill guy. Everyone forgets he was the 3rd overall pick, and he grew up near Brampton. He was a Brampton Warrior. That picture is going around with AJ Lawson. So RJ Barrett has been like very much imbued with responsibility since Ingram's gone out, and now we're seeing Ingram at shoot around this morning in a boot, so he's not going to be out there. But like RJ said in his post-game press conference, he was dreaming about this moment. He will continue to dream about it, and he said all the right things of like basically the equivalent of Kobe saying job's not done, like V posted. Like he's ready for this Game 7, and RJ Barrett is for real, and people have been discounting him for years, but the lefty has a father that played in the Olympics, and his godfather is Steve Nash. So this is a moment that RJ Barrett was built for, and him ending up on the Toronto Raptors up north is a blessing in disguise. The Knicks didn't treat him right, but now he's in a home that is going to treat him right, and I'm excited to see what RJ does tonight.
Yeah, you gotta love it too. He missed 2 big threes late in that fourth quarter too, and I was bitching alongside some other Raptor fans on the timeline, and all of a sudden, after he hits that shot, everybody's just going crazy. Like he saved the best for last, and I mean,
well, let me just talk about Darko a little bit.
Please.
Darko is an anomaly that no one really knows about. This is a guy that entered coaching at 16 years old. He never had big dreams of becoming an NBA player, doing this or that, but he became a staunch basketball mind right away. He's written papers on what the pick and roll means to the NBA. In 2007, he was invited to Duke to attend lectures there and attend practices because he was just known as such a unique basketball mind. In 2019, when Shea was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, he was a development coach over there. 1 year when the Grizzlies were good, he was a coach there, and then he served as interim coach when the coach was fired. He went 4-1, didn't get hired, but everybody knows Darko as literally like the Oppenheimer of basketball. He knows it. And before last game, he literally said, call me Nostradamus, call me a psychic, but he was drawing up that play for RJ at the end of the game with assistant coaches at the start of the game. So Darko is an absolute basketball menace. And I think the world is going to be really introduced to this. And like, he's the assistant coach of Serbia. So he's next to like Jokic all the time. Darko is like literally a big brain, and I'm excited to see what he does here. And we're seeing that with him putting Scotty Barnes at point guard. It's unstoppable.
It's also cool for a guy like that just to kind of rope it back into what it means for the Raptors and also obviously for Scotty Barnes especially. Like hearing a coach like that say how impressed he is with you and talk about how you're a superstar and like talk about what you mean to the team and everything like that. Like that is so valuable, not only for player morale, but for team building and for just getting out there. And, you know, the comparison of other coaches throwing guys under the bus and doing the Ime approach, like you got a guy like this who's saying like, this is our guy. He's one of the best players in the league. He should be a superstar. And as you said, he's been in the rooms with the likes of Jokic. He's been in the room with the likes of SGAs. Like he knows what greatness looks like. And so to hear that from a guy that maybe a lot of people don't know, especially not hoop heads like you guys
like
and Chad and us.
Coach K reading your paper and then being like, bro, like I didn't even know people wrote papers on the pick and roll. Like Darko, my guy, like you're amazing. And now Coach K reads it and says, hey, come hang out with us and come watch our practices. And like everywhere that Darko has been, he has won. And I think today Raptors fans are going to be really happy. And I think I'm just going to jump the line and start talking about the two props I have in this one. I'm going with CMB, who's been out.
Let's go.
That's the number you actually got, but I got a little bit of more juice line. He's been fantastic coming off the bench. He plays every single position they need him to. He's kind of like their second Scotty Barnes. It's like, hey, Scotty Barnes got tired, and it's like Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo, and all of a sudden Scooby needs a break and Scrappy comes in. So I love the way CMB plays. 6'7", 250, just an absolute thick boy, and I love it. And I'm just going to keep betting. I've been betting it all series, as V is showing you right there. The green is enough that I'll lay that price again. And the other one I have in this one, boys, is I just put a full unit on Toronto money line. For all the reasons that I said, I do think that Darko is one of the best coaches in the NBA, and I do think that he has unlocked this team. And the Brandon Ingram injury is a blessing in disguise because they are way more switchable. They are way more unpredictable with Ingram out of the lineup. A guy like Battle, a guy like Lawson are absolutely knockdown corner shooters. We saw Battle go crazy. We saw Lawson hit 2 very, very key threes last game. So I love it. And so I'm going with CMB and I'm going with the Raps.
Can I implore you to put a half unit on the plus 8.5?
No, I'm too greedy.
No.
Chat, you guys saw me try. If you're a responsible bettor, not like Sook in this situation, put the 8.5 as a full unit and sprinkle on the money line. Or you can just be like Sook and go straight for the money line and bada bing, bada boom. See you later.
I'll make my donation. I hope you guys are smarter than me.
Well, you can also donate. These are the best part about these conversations is everybody does it a different way, and everybody likes to do it a different way, and that's totally fine. I have a side. I'm with you on CMB. Love that line. We talked about it going into the last game. We didn't know what it was going to look like with how much Porter was going to play, how much was he going to swing back with CMB after what we saw in the previous game, and it was very obvious that it was straight back to CMB. He played a great game last game. I think you hit the nail on the head. I'm with you on the PRA. I have another prop, or I have another side or a total in this one. I like the 8.5 for the Raptors. I'm with you on that, but I didn't want to take that just because maybe the Cavs, when everybody thinks the Cavs are going to fall apart, comes out and plays good basketball. I like the over. I took the over 210.5 in this game. A little bit higher than the game we saw previously. This is hit in 7 of the last 9 games when the Cleveland Cavaliers have been favorites. This is also hit in every game but one game at this particular total line of this entire series. Now it's hit, and the over has not hit in all of those games because the over-under was a little bit shorter. But I just think that if you feel like the Raptors do win, they're going to have to score a lot of points. If you think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to win, they're going to have to score a lot of points. I just think there's going to be more scoring in this game. I really like the over. I think that this gets into maybe the 220s. And hell, maybe we get another overtime, and then this cruises. But I think we're going to see the 215 plus here, and I think it's going to be a great game. So I like the over.
I like that too. I do think that we're going to see some points. On the other side too, like Cleveland's coaching staff is no slouch too. Like we're going to see some responses here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of Raptors love because I have 2 Raptors props too. They're both fucking PRA lines, and realistically, I think both of them can hit. One of them is Scotty Barnes over 36.5. I'm going right back. He's been fantastic for this team. He is averaging nearly 7 rebounds per game, just under 10 assists per game. He's shooting the ball phenomenally. In 5 games without Brandon Ingram this year, he's averaging just over 22 points per game, near 10 assists per game, and close to 10 rebounds a game. He has been so good. He played 48 minutes. This is the guy I was going to talk about that played 48 minutes in the overtime game, 48 of a potential 53 minutes he was out there. I would not be surprised to see Darko run him out there to a similar type of degree in this one, close to 42, 43 minutes before overtime. This is a game where back is against the wall. This is the biggest game of Scotty's career and just the second time he's been in the postseason since his rookie year. I think that this is where the trend breaks. No team has won a home game yet. I think the Raptors are coming to fucking play. I think it starts with this guy, the guy who has been the best player on the court in this series, and that's with how good RJ's been and everyone else. I think Scotty has been just fantastic. Next, it's Jamal Shed, boys. SPJ, I know you took him last game. I know that he did not get over the line, 2 of 9 in that game, but they have since dropped the line, just one, and it's sitting at plus money. I just think that Jamal Shed over 17.5 PRA at plus 115 is something I can't pass up. He has been fantastic for the Raptors. His plus minus with both RJ and Scotty on the floor has been fantastic. Their net rating is 10.4 of that 3-man lineup. And if it wasn't for foul trouble, he would have played probably close to Scotty Barnes type of minutes. He was their best option when guarding James Harden. He was out there on the perimeter, frustrating Donovan Mitchell. I just think that this is a guy who's going to have his handprints all over the place. He shot very poorly, but his 2 best games of this series have both come in Cleveland. It was game 1 and then it's game 5. This is a situation where I think he's going to go on the road and once again perform in a big way, especially after a poor shooting night, foul trouble. It just feels like where he's rearing to go after not being able to be out there for the final possession of that game because he fouled out. So, yeah, give me Jamal Shed.
You're right. He pissed me off last game by not cashing, so I'm not going back to it. But it makes sense, and I think it's a great play, so I'm with you. I also love your Scotty play. Really hard to go against him. Chef talked about the RA earlier. His points have been fantastic. If you think the Raptors, if you're leaning with these guys, and kind of myself included, that the Raptors are going to win/cover this game, Scotty and RJ are going to have to keep doing what they've been doing.
Mitchell, I will say he doesn't look healthy. Like he looks like he's bothered and he's struggling with something. Like when he's walking back to the sidelines, his jump shot just doesn't look the same. There have been people saying that he has a concussion. I don't know how much I'm going to buy into that kind of stuff, but he looks hampered by something. And I'm not here to make excuses for him, but I'm just saying like he looks very different the last 3 games than he did the first 3 games.
Yeah, hampered by this fucking giant Toronto lineup. Like
defense,
Scotty Barnes is just fucking coming down the lane like 6'9".
That really could
what
be
are you
it
gonna
too.
do?
Because it's like
He's
a
just
wear you
tired.
down type of thing. How many times are you going to run into a wall, right? You might run through it the first time, the second time, the third time. But that 4th time, that 5th time, and that 6th time might be a little bit tougher. And we're up to game 7.
Players have talked about it. Scotty Barnes, like Jaylen Brown almost got canceled trying to explain how strong Scotty Barnes is.
Yeah. But he's literally like so fucking strong. You know what I mean? And he's out there on the perimeter. And that's exactly where the Cavs have had issues, right?
And I talked about this last game. When he got drafted, he said, I'm a 6'9" point guard. They didn't play him like that. And now he's finally playing like that. So the Quickly injury, as sad as it is, it might be what unlocked Scotty.
I mean, they also have to,
double too, boys. It's still plus 110.
they're going to have to think about what to do with this roster in the offseason, if it's tomorrow or if it starts later in the next round, because they've got a lot of money tied up to guys that I don't think are necessary in this rotation. And I don't know how they're going to.
All you have to do is wait it out. No one's going to Brooklyn. No one is. Just wait it out. Then go to Brooklyn and say, hey, who do you want? Quickly or BI? You need 30 mil to get to the floor. We want to give you somebody. Somebody's going to get given away to Brooklyn.
I mean, hey, you bringing in Danny Wolf for somebody like that?
All right now. Or even, Claxton could be kind of fun on this team.
CMB back at the 4, right? His natural 4, where he can score.
They need a Poeltl replacement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I got 3 props in this game. We'll run through them. We'll do an SGP, which will be the Saucy Sunday SGP for you guys for this late night game. Then we'll do the giveaway, and we'll get out of here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. First one, I got 2 chalk and 1 off the wall. I'm with you on CMB, so I'm with you on that one. First one, give me Dean Wade over 9.5 PRA, V's favorite player. This is hitting 4 straight games. He's playing substantial minutes. Max Strus is in the starting lineup, but Dean Wade's getting out there for 25 to 29 minutes a game. I think he's going to keep doing what he has been doing. I think the 9.5 is just way too low. If you want to just take the rebounds, you can do that as well. 5 rebounds in 3 of his last 4 games, but he's been scoring. He usually hits like 1-3, a couple shots here and there, but so kind of a lower line player. But I really like the 9.5. I just think that PRA is a little bit too low in this position. Next one, you guys talked about D. Mitch. Man, I want to bet him so bad, but you're right. He does look like he's dealing with some stuff. I don't really know what's going on with him. I looked at what he did the last time he played in a Game 7, which was against the Magic. We talked about that series quite a bit, talking about the Magic, and he was awesome. 39, 9, and like 5 or something like that. He went crazy in that game. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we looked up and he had a big scoring game, but I'm taking his rebounds. Give me his 4.5 rebounding line for plus money. Like I said, he had 9 rebounds in that last Game 7 elimination game. He's also hit this line in 5 straight games and in 8 of his last 9 leading into the start of the postseason. On the glass, going to fall into some rebounds. He's going to have to help kind of combat, like you guys are talking about with this big size. He's going to have to help Harden rebound the ball from the guard position. And I think the 5, this is more for the price. 4.5 for plus 125 feels really comfortable. So I really like that. Last one. This is interesting. And it kind of leans into more about the fact of if I do think the Cavs cover, like who's going to be the guy, right? If we don't trust D. Mitch right now, we finally saw Mobley have really good back-to-back games in the last 2. And if you look at what he's done in his last 10 home games, he has cooked. So I'm taking Evan Mobley. I'm taking over 16.5 points. I also really like the PR if you want to go that direction. But 23 and 26 points in back-to-back games. Like I mentioned, his home and away splits are really drastically different. He's hit this line in 5 straight home games. So I like the PRA. I took the point straight up because, again, where I'm at with BetOnline, I can only take certain combo props, and I didn't like the prices for the PRA and the RA, so I just went straight to the points. If he's not scoring 20 plus, the PRA is probably going to be a sweat. So, yeah, I like the 16.5. I think he can flirt with 20 once again.
Yeah, I mean, 2 Game 7s, man. Lots could happen today, and I think it's very. You can see it with the amount of plays that we have, right? I've got 3 in the first game. SPJ, you've got a few in this game. Even Suggs got more than 1 in this one. So it's going to be a fun day.
It's going to be great. Hopefully it's going to be fun. We're going to have 2 SGPs.
Yesterday, I can tell you that.
Would the parlay hitting? Well, that would have made you feel better because the Celtics would have won.
Exactly. So yes, that would have made it better. But yeah.
Yes, last point on this game.
Celtics winning would have made my day better. Yes.
Last point before we cook, Jalen Tyson, the PRA line 10.5 is hit in 4 straight games. I didn't bet it, but he's looked way better than all these other guys on the court, and they kind of leaned on him during the regular season when all these other guys were hurt. So maybe coaching staff goes back to him because the 10.5 PRA has hit in a lot of games, and even if you don't like that, I think the 3.5 RA is a good look too.
We also just talked about like D. Mitch having to run into the wall that is Scotty Barnes. Imagine having that wall run into you on the defensive side too when you get caught on switches and shit like that.
It kind of reminds me of that superhero character that wears the metal helmet that runs through walls and shit. You guys know what I'm talking about?
It's not a superhero. That's a bad guy. That's Juggernaut.
Yeah. It's still superheroes can be bad. They're still superheroes.
Heroes.
Supervillains. My bad. I'm a nerd in a lot of other ways, but I've never been a big comic book nerd. So I'm just not tapped in with that environment. But I'm nerdy in other ways. Superhuman. Thank you, P-Dot.
Yeah.
No, he's not superhuman. It's actually he has an amulet that grants him his powers.
And see, Shook just showed you that he's nerdy in that way.
That was an extra step that even I didn't know.
I'll take it a step further. Also, the helmet has nothing to do with anything. He wears the helmet because his half brothers, Charles Xavier, the helmet is like Magneto's helmet. It's to stop telepathy. It's not, it's not to actually like save his head. It's so Charles can't.
It's basically Magneto's helmet, but big enough for Juggernaut's head.
You know who? You're a nerd. I like you.
We're all nerdy in different ways.
What the podcast we were talking about? We talked about Doris Burke slander. So you know who? Moving up in the rankings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is human, B-Dot. He's not even a mutant.
Can I dog walk you both in chess?
No,
Probably.
I'm good at chess.
I'm not good at chess.
Oh, so we're gonna play. Let's go.
I'm not good at chess. That's actually funny. It never came up when you guys were like chilling together during the wedding, and
we were too hungover / drunk.
So, yeah, I don't even have a chess board anymore. I need to get one.
Dude, you need to get one. We can play online.
Have you seen that fucking self-moving chessboard?
Yes.
It's been like, oh, dude, I want that.
Chat, would you guys watch a live stream? Actually, you know what? Sook, here we go. And then we'll cook and then we'll get out of here. Sook and I we are going to do a 24-hour stream soon. We've been promising it. We're going to do 24 hours all across the network, all shows. It's going to be fun, probably in the month of May at some point. Sook, at one of those stretches of the time on the 24-hour stream, you and I will play a live game of chess.
Sure.
Yes.
And then chat can bet on it and decide who's going to win. Chat, early lines. Who do you think's winning? Be nice.
I'm skeptical now. I feel like you're really good if you're like willing to do this on the stream.
I'm honestly skeptical anytime anybody says that they're good, and skeptical in the sense that they're probably pretty good, because you know what I mean. So both of you having this confidence, I feel like it would make for a good chess game.
I was on the chess club.
Oh, see, I was in a no chess club.
We didn't have a chess club though, so if we did, you'd probably be in it. Like,
I played in chess competitions where you had to write down your moves and shit.
Oh, see, yeah. So I'm out of my depth then.
You'll probably still beat me though, but we'll see what happens. All right, boys, let's cook. We got a little derailed. Where do we want to start? I like the Barnes PRA. I'm down for that.
I was gonna say Barnes PRA, but also you guys both like Colin Murray Boyles, and he has been great to us. I would not mind starting there.
Let's do both.
Yeah, we could even take him and Shed. Two lower lines, both at like 17.5.
I don't
If we take
Shed,
three
bro.
Toronto players, that means Toronto money line's going in.
No, we got. I was saying,
Yeah.
Okay, if we put Toronto in this parlay, look, I'm gonna have to be there. We're gonna take the spread, not the money line. We'll take the points.
We're gonna start off like normal human beings, and we're gonna take Barnes, and we're gonna take Murray Boyles. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
36.5.
36. Actually, it's up to 37.5. But
Should we take Scotty's RA and Murray Boyles PRA?
Sure. Murray Boyles PRA is still 21.5. Let me see what Scotty's RA is.
It's look like the double too. So just to diversify, so we're not like needing so many points. From you guys.
I like the over though. You guys down to ride the over?
The
15
full game?
Yeah, 15.5 is the 15.5 is the line for Scotty. All right.
Down.
We don't have to do the over. I was just throwing.
I'm down for the over. I just don't know how much, because like when we're taking overs on all the props, I feel like we don't get the -110 evaluation because it's more correlation. Does that make sense?
I'm down to take the Raptors and the points if you guys. I just don't want to do the money line.
No, not the money line. What about anything like nothing on the Cavs side? Like we're just mailing.
What about Mobley? What about Mobley points?
Mobley points. Dean Wade didn't sound bad either. I feel like they're gonna need his size.
Which one do you like better, Sook? Dean Wade, Mobley, or Tyson?
I think all three have a good chance, because just what V said, like the matching size. I feel like all three are kind of what they need.
Chat liked Mobley.
The Mobley Barnes back and forth has been epic. So maybe Mobley.
My only thing is if Donovan Mitchell has one of those big games, like this Mobley, because like I don't know. I don't want to say Dean Wade and then watch Mobley fucking go for 25. You know what I mean?
I mean, I have it straight, so I don't care. But
let's go with Mobley.
Okay.
And then do we take the Raptors in the points, or do we find another Cavs prop?
Let's take the Raptors in the points.
All right.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Probably.
Or do you guys want to take the over? Yeah, let's see which one moves the needle more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
because both are probably gonna be correlated now.
The Mobley though, you guys wanted the PRA, right?
No points.
Points.
Right? SPA?
Points.
Yeah.
Points.
Rusty likes Raptors in the points.
I was like, why is this parlay plus 10,000? And I was like, oh, the other 4 legs are still in here from the first 4. So you can do the first 4 games, first 4 and the second 4 chat, and it's plus 10,000 if that's how you like to rumble in the jungle. Plus 850 is the Raptors plus 8.5 with Murray Boyles PRA, Barnes RA, and Mobley points. If we do the over, it's plus 775.
Raps in the points?
So the Raptors in the points.
Okay.
Were you going to say the over?
I was going to say let's do the over. Just because the
This
side.
guy who has a full unit on the Raptors money line is now scared to.
Yeah, because then I got to bet this too, and then I'm going to catch 2 L's, man.
Plus, Raptors in the points. Chat likes it too.
Okay.
Raps in the points.
Okay. Plus 875.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Bing bong.
Plus
there you go, chat.
75.
Just do it for us, Raps. Do it for us one time.
One time for the one time. Let's hit both these SGPs for both these Game 7s. Hey, also NBA, appreciate you. We didn't get 3 Game 7s today, but hey, we got 2. So we had a nice show today. We'd love to see it. Absolutely. You guys, this one will get posted on the timeline. You guys got the SGP from the first game. If you were here with us on Twitch, thanks for being here. A little over 2,300 you guys watching us across all the platforms. We absolutely love to see it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for Chef for being here. Sook, let me know when you're ready. We will be live once again tomorrow. Morning spread in the AM, any given wager after that, and then Betspresso in the evening time to talk about everything that happened today, and then give you guys the moves in the first round of the Western and Eastern Conference Finals or semifinals in the NBA, and in what's going on in the NHL playoffs too, which has been crazy. Whew. Also, real quick, Dog day in the afternoon. Real quick as well, forgot to mention this earlier. Big shout out to our sponsors at Outlier. We've been showing you the data all across the screens. I used it a little bit more today for some of the sides and total stuff, which I really liked, which was fun. You know, new country, new me. Let's see what happens. But yeah, you can go check out Outlier. Check out our review at bettingnews.com. You get a free 7-day trial if you want to test it out. A lot of people in the chat use it. It's great on the phone as well. Really good to helping you find the data in the place. So shout out to them for sponsoring the show and love. Pay for tools, not picks. You guys know the deal.
Love you, Stifler.
Yep, we love you, Stifler. We love you, Rusty. Sook, you ready to roll?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's run the Duckies.
Duckies.
And then let's get out of here. What song do I want to play? 3, 2, 1. Get after it. Let's go this.
Rigged.
Already. Oh man, poor Embiid.
Jojo.
All right, here's the move. It's always at like 7 seconds.
Embiid, GG's.
Stifler! Oh my God, look at it go!
Well, at least the Celtics caught one win. You know what I mean?
He's got a little, look at that little queen hat he's got on too. Congrats, Stifler.
Oh my God.
Hey, Stifler. Super rigged. Stifler, this time we're actually sending you some swag because I want to actually you to have something. Unless you just really tell me no and don't send me your address, then I can't get it to you.
Yeah, I have Stifler's address. I found it out a few days ago when he was being mean to me.
Just send it to Dollhouse.
Stifler, we need you wearing some BN gear in Dollhouse.
Yeah,
Can we get how about this? We're gonna send you a piece of swag, take it to Dollhouse, and then take a picture of it being worn appropriately, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and then like that night when you get your lap dance, like randomly talk to the stripper about how great BNN is.
Exactly.
You went like a little step further. I kind of left it as like that, which I think chat knew, but you just decided to lay it out a little further, which I thought was funny. Stifler. That's just Sook. That's B-Sauce. This has been Saucy Sundays. Big shout out to Chef for stopping by and hanging out with us today as well. Chat, enjoy the games today. Enjoy Game 7s. We're going to have some more Game 7s hopefully in the next round, but you guys know the deal. We're winding down to the end of the NBA season, so enjoy the basketball while we have it rocking and rolling. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. You guys came for the winners and you stayed for the vibes. Have a fantastic Sunday. We'll catch you on the next one.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about